Hello, everyone. My name is Chris, I guess, and welcome back to Surfside. It's been a minute since the last episode, so we'll kind of go over what's changed since the last episode over the past couple weeks. But we're right here at the front entrance, and we're just going to kind of come in a second and take a look at what's changed inside the park. But first, let's go out to the parking lot. You notice I need to put some gates back here because people just walking through the backstage there. Let's go around here. So you'll notice one major addition. This is Sea Serpent. This is a B&M invert. It's one of the 4-seater variants. So I wanted to make a ride that's kind of like Batman at Six Flags over Georgia, but I mean they kind of use the same template, I guess, or the same layout for a few of the other parks, and you'll kind of see these scattered all over the place nowadays. But I wanted to make a roller coaster that kind of has the same vibe, so that's what we did here. Like I mentioned, this is Sea Serpent. It's meant to be kind of a spookier theme, I suppose. Trying to lean into some more like ocean theming rather than just like beach and surf theming. But you'll notice it's just mostly out here on a kind of an asphalt parking lot, or it used to be a parking lot. That's the whole lore here, is that this used to probably be a employee parking lot, and Surfside wanted to add on to the park and kind of start competing with maybe parks like Busch Gardens. So their idea was to throw in a B&M invert, maybe in like the early 2000s, 2010, somewhere in there. And nice views. But we'll go into kind of detail about why the outside kind of looks like this in a little bit. All right, now we're back over here at the entrance. Let's head in. It's got a pretty busy day today. But if you remember, over this way, there really wasn't a lot. There was a big construction wall over here next to Bodie's Big Bites and past the raft ride and all of that. All of that was kind of blocked off. But now we have a Latte Love coffee shop. It's a pretty simple little coffee shop. I just figured you pick up coffee here, you order coffee over here and then pick it up here. And you can kind of see them making the coffee in there. Pretty simple, but I think came out pretty well. Same with this Surfside Sweets candy shop. You'll notice a lot of this is kind of geared toward having this main like lagoon as the main focal point, because eventually I would like to put a show or some kind of fountain show or something out here, and that would be like the main event at the end of the night. But yeah, you'll see that we have this candy shop, everything over there, and it all kind of revolves around the lagoon. Same with over here. Like we have a bubble wand stand, because those are, they're huge for like nighttime shows, especially the ones that glow up. If you've been to one of these parks at night, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But we've also got a Chill Cups, which is definitely not ripping off another brand. Definitely not a Dippin' Dots at all. But I like how this came out. You can tell where the theming or the inspiration came from. This is I think this alone took a couple of days to build, which I don't know why I did it, but I figured I could build it, put it up on the workshop. Maybe you guys would enjoy it. But yeah, it should be up on the workshop now if you want to check that out. I'm gonna light on? No, just saw glare. All right, under the gondolas here, we have a lot of vegetation. I kind of wanted to keep some of the park kind of nice and forested, I guess, for lack of a better word. But we've got these nice shade trees covering the path here with some lights going in between. This kind of came from, there's a path kind of like this at Universal Studios in Orlando. I forget kind of how that park's laid out, but there's a path like this that's kind of very wooded, and they do a lot of like stuff for Halloween Horror Nights down there. So if Surfside were to ever do something like that, then this pathway would kind of be perfect for that. But continuing on, we have the entrance to Sea Serpent. We'll come ride this in a little bit, kind of be the last thing we end off on. But we've got the test seat out here, general safety guide as per usual. And all of this is kind of contained into one big building that's kind of 3 buildings split up. I'll show you what I mean later down the road when we go into the overhead view. But this is the Fishery Outfitters. It's the gift shop for when you get off of Sea Serpent. Sea Serpent doesn't have on-ride photos because I've been struggling with getting the inverted coasters like photos to come out right, or at least, you know, where I would be happy buying an on-ride photo. So yeah, they don't have them just yet, but they do have this gift shop at least when you exit, so you can buy what you need. But we're gonna keep coming on this way, and like I mentioned, we'll circle back to Sea Serpent for the ride. I noticed I need to finish that wall up, but just have a bathroom here because back there is going to be the entrance to our brand new water park. So I kind of wanted to set it to where we have a bathroom on this end of the park because the other closest one is like all the way back at the lagoon. But I wanted to have a bathroom back here in case we had to close off the water park for whatever reason. There's still a bathroom back here. It's definitely going to be another one in the water park. I just wanted to make sure that the park was covered there if that were the case. Back here we have airbrush artist. Kind of wanted to make it look like he was painting Bodhi on there, but really it's just I think it's a Hats Fantastic shop. You've got a book of designs you can get. Looks like he's been working on a couple more. Got some more out here to show. Yeah, I thought this came out pretty cool. Got a face paint stand, and then you have a really good view of Sea Serpent, at least through the back trenches and everything. Let's continue on. We've got the other station here for the gondolas. This is just copy and paste it from the other side. I kind of need to finish up the station here, add some more rails. You can see we've just got the standard in-game rails there. Need to swap those out and make the custom ones. The big thing you'll notice back here is the Surfside Drive-In. So this is kind of a super basic drive-in. I wanted to throw it back here because I figured we needed a big food spot, at least like right when you get out of the water park. Maybe you want to come in, grab some food before you head out. So that's what this is for. You head inside. This is super inspired by the drive-in at, you'll hear the Chief Beef sound. I've muted that thing 27 times now, I think, and it just keeps coming back. But this is really inspired by the drive-in at Cedar Point. You notice I've taken a lot of inspiration from Cedar Point throughout this project, but I think this came out pretty well. We'd probably have some more like fences here just to help with the queue, and then you come through here. You can watch them cook the burgers, cook the fries. kind of outfitted back here with those kitchen supplies from the workshop. I put a Surfside Drive-In menu up there. You can make out a lot of it. Pretty simple menu. And then we have these Coca-Cola Freestyle machines from the workshop yet again. And just some kind of shelf space, I guess, where you can come and make your burger how you want it. We head out here. This way takes you back towards Surf's Up, but I still need to probably come through here and shore a lot of this up. Maybe add another fence back here so guests just can't wander to the other side. I mean, we've got these big fences to keep them out of the, I guess, danger zones from Surf's Up, but you know, never hurts. Never hurts to be too safe there. Yeah, that pretty much does it for this side of the park for now. We'll definitely have some more big updates coming back here. But let's go hop on Sea Serpent. We'll hop in the general entrance line here. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to hear it, but there's like underwater wave sounds playing and like some creepy like monster growling sounds. I wanted to make this kind of a spooky dark ride, but it's more of a spooky queue that you're coming through. Wanted to seem like you're underwater. You can see the Sea Serpent looking at you from all the ship debris that he's no doubt sunk over the many years. See some more ship debris kind of floating above us here. And Sea Serpent watching us yet again. He's always watching. Always watching. Kind of skip through the queue here. I really like how this came out. It makes me want to kind of go full out and build a dark ride at some point. So I'll definitely have to do that. Maybe not in this part, but definitely would like to do that in the future. But come up here to the loading station and you can pick what row you want to get into. Of course, we're going to hop in the first row, but while we're waiting for the train to come through, just kind of take a look at the station here. So you got the normal shelving over there for your belongings, any loose articles that might come off like while you're flying through the air, because this roller coaster can get a little intense. I put the ride operator in a booth back there, and they've got a kind of door to get in over there. This is the only one that's indoors at the moment, but I do want to do this more in the future, kind of start hiding the ride ops, because I think it kind of gives it more of a realistic look. But let's go ahead and hop on and let's go ride the Sea Serpent. So that is Sea Serpent. Like I mentioned, its whole vibe I'm trying to match is the Batman B&M inverts that you might find at like Six Flags or those types of invert coasters. But yeah, I think this came out pretty well. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. But we're gonna come out here to the exit. You can already hear the shop music going crazy. Yeah, come into the Fishery Outfitters. Nothing too crazy in here. Some more of these shirt racks from the workshop. Absolutely fantastic. The workers kind of have a storage area back here. And yeah, pretty simple in here. I just kind of took these garage doors from the other shop over near Surf's Up. So like I mentioned at the beginning, Sea Serpent's whole vibe is the park was really looking to start competing with some of the bigger parks in Florida, but they kind of got a little too crazy with it. So I wanted to go for the feeling like they built the roller coaster, they went through the design process of making the nice like queue line, especially nice and air conditioned out of the Florida heat. But then for the ride itself, kind of ran out of money. They were going to get rid of the parking lot, but would have costed too much, and they just kind of left it. So you can see it's got some cracks and some weathering on it already, and looks like some guests have been dropping hats and stuff off the roller coaster, so definitely have to go out there and pick those up. But that's kind of the whole idea. That's why they kind of got these shipping containers, and was just like, that's good enough theming. The guests are more here for the roller coaster anyway. But yeah, that's the whole vibe there. We've got a 2 stationed kind of shed here for maintenance. The whole idea here was that I read somewhere that B&M normally would have a shed or at least a maintenance area for each train, so they can put them on those at night and not wear down the wheels or something to that effect. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below, please. But yeah, something to that effect. So I kind of wanted to use that as an excuse, I guess, to throw in an extra maintenance bay there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the new stuff. For upcoming stuff, we have the water park. It's already under construction. You've got some of these excavators out here getting to work. Love to see it. But yeah, for the surrounding areas around Surfside, we're going to need a ton of shops, hotels even, stuff like that. So I would love to use some of the stuff off the workshop. If you guys want to build something for the exterior of the park, like a simple shop or something like that, just either send it to me on Discord. You can send it to me in a comment. You can put the workshop code in the comment, or you can just use the tag it somehow in the workshop with Grizz, I guess, and then there we go. But yeah, in the future, I'm hoping to have your guys's builds surrounding Surfside, because you're really kind of what's been pushing me along this whole way, and I would love to have your guys's creations throughout the park as well, or throughout this build. So that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy, as I'm trying to kind of get back in the swing of things before we start working on the water park back here and adding some more rides and starting to put the finishing touches on Surfside. I know it's kind of been a short series, but I really do appreciate all the support that you guys have been showing toward it and toward the channel in general. But I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.